that can fish them out. Because if you are running after them right now, they will make sure they put you into darkness and they make your government ungovernable. So that is what I was saying. I didn't say that he mustn't prosecute them. The prosecution is there, but the law of Nigeria currently does not prosecute these evil people. The law of Nigeria today does not fish these evil people out. All these gangsters, all these syndicates, criminals, the law of Nigeria protect them. They can only come after you as you are speaking against them. Don't look at the life of Nnamdi Kanu. The law have released him still today. Nobody speak. So I don't know the system that will go and fish them out for now. They will remain in power until there will be a power shift. And that day, Malami, you will see him in the Niger border, running away. You will see Al-Shah Buhari, he will be running away to Dubai. I believe Dubai may not contain her. I believe Niger will not contain them. The only thing I appeal for P2B is to go there, make peace with the rest of the world. And those who are running to their country, let them make sure that they have a treaty that will face them and bring them back to Nigeria to face the wrath of the law. That's the only thing I would tell P2B if he succeeds power. Please, my brothers, I would like Buhari to go back in time. All the promises that he gave to Nigeria, I know he's going to his retiring home. That home will not be a retiring home for him. That home will be very hot. He will not even stay in Nigeria as I'm speaking to you. Immediately resign to office. That's why you see, we talk about the SUVs he bought to give to Nigerians. Those Nigerians, they are not the Boko Haram. These are the people he want to go and to Niger and reside, because as far as I know, Buhari is a Nigerian. He's from Niger, and that is where he's preparing himself to go. Please, my brothers and sisters, I will beg you, please, any person who wants P2B to succeed office, let him not go there and looking for them. They will come. They will come begging, please. Let P2B pardon them. Let Nigerians pardon them. And we will go no option. We will use the Sharia law against them. We will use all kind of tools they have put in place to make sure that we cut their head off. We nail them, in short. We nail them to the hammer. So I don't see the reason why we will be advocating for their, to feed them out. They will come. The system will be created, and everybody will know all these things. Mr. Niger Watch, I sent a video. That video is the video that you will watch and understand why Nigeria is today, is the way they are today. And I send it, I think Emma received it. I don't know if you receive it. Please, if you receive it, try go through it, Mr. Niger Watch, and come with that video in this parliament. Let everybody, because not all Nigerians knows about it. Basanjo was there. Gowon was there. Most of these criminals are there. You will see them when they were talking, and you will see where this foundation of Nigeria lies on. And that is why you see most of those who understand the system will tell you that this government was imposed to us by the military. And people does not understand why they are saying this. 1999 Constitution, the same thing. Nobody, no Hausa man was there. No Igbo man was there. No Yoruba man was there. What you see there are all syndicates. They are the one amended this law. And we think that they amended. There is a particular constitution that they never reviewed to you. Please, my Niger Watch, go through it. You will see what I'm talking about. Please, my people, this is what I can say for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Chibuzo, for your amazing submission right there, as always, and for always doing this with us. God bless every one of you. Endeavor to like and share this broadcast. Thank you. On that note, we're going to be going straight to the next panelist we have here for today, and that will be Mr. John. Mr. John, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hi, Kachi. Good evening, and good evening, Mr. Niger Watch, as well as all of the other panelists. Hope you're all having a lovely
Mr. John, thanks for coming back again. Good evening to you.
God bless you, sir. Yes, I think that I'll keep it short. My wife just delivered me the ofe achara that I was looking for, so I'll keep it very, very short. The topic of today is actually really simple, which is that are we going to do you blame Buhari or do you not blame Buhari? I think most people have spoken well. In fact, everybody has spoken well. The at the end of the day, Buhari is going to be the one that's responsible. But I really want to kind of just point it towards the side of accountability on citizens, right? Because Buhari is just another man. I know he seems, maybe to some, he seems like a larger than life figure. I know some of the governors seem like larger than life figures. Our politicians, as we see them in the media, they seem like larger than life figures, but they're just human beings, and most of them are corrupted human beings. So at the end of the day, even though from a governmental standpoint, Buhari is the one that's in charge because that's what he was, quote unquote, elected to do from a governance standpoint. But really, the end of the day, the buck stops, if you want to say it like that. The buck really stops with the citizens. Beyond the president, anyone in government, the actual responsibility to be living the life that we want to live in the society we want to live in the country we want to live in, under the laws we want to live in, really stops with the citizens. And so, there are a couple of quotes that I've always enjoyed. One of them says that it's not always the same thing to be a good man and a good citizen. So what I take from that means that sometimes people that are, quote unquote, seen as bad men will actually be good citizens. And sometimes people who are seen as good men will actually be bad citizens. So I don't think that Nigerians, I don't see myself as a Nigerian, but Nigerians are going to be faulted to be seen as bad citizens right now, because they might actually be being good people. Another quote that I often like to refer back onto whenever I think about the tragedy that is Nigeria is that a passive and ignorant citizenry will never create a sustainable country. So I really enjoy when people dig into facts, when they dig into the Constitution that now I think everyone is coming around to, when they dig into all the different players in the government that people are talking about now. I think those are all really important things. I also found another quote that's actually really interesting is that when a society is in decline, there's no use for visionaries. And I'm just wondering, where are all the visionaries in Nigeria? I don't want to waste time talking about the failed politicians and the failed Buhari and the failed people that are just looting the money dry and just, where are the visionaries? I know that if I go to Edo State now, there'll be visionaries. There'll be people who have a vision for the future, a vision for society, how society should be run, how the Benin Empire, the great Benin Empire, could be even great in 2022 and beyond, how they can transform themselves into a country, and how they can make themselves beyond what anybody can imagine. So where are the visionaries of Nigeria today? Are visionaries the talking heads that you see on TV every single day? Are the visionaries the people that can't even, that are trying to sell Chinese roads and Chinese phones and Chinese everything, or importing? Are those the visionaries? Where are our visionaries? Why are we not promoting them? Where are the engineers? Where are the philosophers? Where are these people? So I just think about these things, and I think that for us to really get to where we want to be, lots of things are going to change. And that's where I'll just kind of leave it with, sort of the last and sort of my favorite quote is that the ends may justify the means as long as there's something that justifies the end. So I'm really more focused on self-determination, as I've always been. And for the topic of today, just to keep it short, we can talk about Buhari, but Buhari's not talking about us. Buhari's talking about the money he's stealing and in the lavish life he's going to live after, he exits for the presidency. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. John. That was very precise and straight to the point. Thank you so much. G Simon 137, I welcome you to today's broadcast. Musa Aigbe, thank you for joining us today. I can see Tanimola Joseph, thank you for joining. Jolly Omori, thank you also for joining, and of course, Imo Sokri. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you all. Please endeavor to like and share our broadcast. God bless you. On that note, we're going to go straight to the next panelist, and that will be Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Please talk to us.
Yeah, good morning, Sister Kachi. Good morning to my fellow Nigerians listening and those in the panelist session. Actually, I think the last speaker have said a lot, and everybody that have contributed here have said one thing or the other that makes sense. Like in Nigeria, we lack in so many things, and that is why Nigerians are today everybody investing in this campaign, in this election, because they are tired of the kind of leadership we keep having in Nigeria. When you come to Nigeria, this is a Nigeria country that produces a lot of professors, a lot of engineers, a lot of doctors, a lot of, and you come back and you see the illiterate people ruling Nigeria. So when you elected an illiterate, what do you expect? What do you expect in a country where you come down, you have professors at the end of the day, the people that is leading them is an illiterate people. So I don't think the country will move forward. The problem we have is we Nigerians, as in the cities, I keep pointing out. What is it coming when it comes to our own personal life, our own personal things? We try to go for the best. Even when we try to buy even food we want to eat, we go for the best food. But when it comes to electing something that is important, as in something that is important to our life, then we try to elect the as in the lowest. The lowest, that is what Nigeria tried to put forward. We should be bring the best. Is supposed to be what we are supposed to be presenting. The best. When it comes to Nigeria, the best supposed to lead Nigeria, not the lowest. But when it comes to Nigeria, look at the person we keep electing. Just look at the kind of people we keep electing, and the kind of people we keep appointing in the appointment, even an ambassador, all those many things. There are so many lapses when it comes to Nigeria leadership and Nigeria, everything that used to concern Nigeria. So I think this period we need to get it better. That is why people are coming out and try as much as they can, try to make things right, because it's time for us to make things right. We can't continue to let all this. Imagine somebody that is a minister, if not a minister or a senator. People elected that man that come out to national television to say that. People elected to that man, and that man come out to national television to just vomit that rubbish. Tell me, if it's a country that is functioning, that moment that man will step down. If it's a country that is functioning very well, that man will step down. How can you come out and say that we shouldn't blame Mr. President? Is the Mr. President that the one that appointed those people? He was the one that is charging everything. So even as a lawmaker, it's your job, because the reason your constituency elect you for you to go there and speak for them. So for you not doing your job, you also a failure. That man is a failure to his own constituency, a failure to his own zone. So for him not doing his work as a lawmaker is a failure. Look at what is happening in other countries when they're having a senatorial hearing or all this kind of Congress hearing. You look at how people debate in the hearing. They ask questions. They scrutinize everything. They will ask you questions. Even when it comes to appointment, when a president wants to appoint somebody, the House will they will question you. When I mean question you, they will bring out some data that you yourself don't even know that you have. But in Nigeria, Buhari will sit in office and appoint somebody. The Senate will say, oh yeah, that person will go in without even raising hand and say, who is this person? Look at that man that is involved in this data analysis or something in Nigeria. Even when citizens mention about that man, said this man can be in charge of this office. This man have said so many things about the religion or so many things. You understand? Senate couldn't even proceed on that. So, okay, for this reason, Buhari, we are not taking this man. But at the end of the day, the man end up becoming what Buhari wants him to become. That because the lawmakers are not doing their job. I said here yesterday, I day before yesterday, that PDP is not becoming an opposition. It's only in Nigeria you have a two-party, there is no opposition. You kind of ask yourself, are these people really functioning? APC will do something, PDP will say, oh yes. PDP will do something, APC will say, oh yes. No. How can a country function where there is no opposition? So everything now become romance. They romance everything because they are the same people. So for me, I think Buhari, everything have to everything that happened in Nigeria, the only person that Nigeria have to hold account is Buhari because he is the president. So if anybody need to hold responsible, I think Buhari is the number one suspect. So because he is the president of Nigeria, Buhari appoint everything, security, everything. So a lot of things have gone wrong in Nigeria, and that is why we are begging every citizen in Nigeria, every citizen that we're meaning Nigeria, if you really love Nigeria very well, you need to make it right this time. No matter whatever they are offering you, whatever. Even 2 years ago, Nigeria was busy. They are the same politician they were shouting for. It's the same politician that sees the COVID palliative that people gave to them. The same politician sees it too, And Nigeria, the same people they were shouting for, I don't know how Nigerians even they can forget very easily. Sister Kachi, you were here when I told you that if you ask me, I would love the strike to continue until after election, because I know very well if you call off that strike, trust me, average Nigerians, as in the student will not even remember that there is a strike that happened 8 months. Most of them will forget about it because they easily forget. And now that thing I said to you is happening now. Most of them are forgetting that strike happened. Most of them are forgetting that strike happened. This is the same palliative that people are killing themselves 2 years ago. The palliative that every country is giving their own citizens, that Nigeria politician as in seize for their own citizens, they seize it, they practically seize it for their own citizens. The same people that seize that thing, Nigeria citizens are still cheering for them. They are still challenging for them. So in everything, sometimes when it comes to issue of Nigeria, if you want to talk it, you feel like you don't know how to say it, and that is why we are calling people that Peter Obi now. Peter Obi is not going to change a lot, but coming into that power, I'm telling you, if Peter Obi win this election, it's like Nigeria have win this election. APC win is APC, PDP wins PDP, but Peter Obi win this election, a lot of things is going to change. He's going to implement a
Exactly.
lot of things, a lot
Exactly.
of things. So I don't want people to maybe have a double mind about it. A lot of people is going to change a lot of things. Trust me on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just the same way we saw a lot of monies that has been piled up, as in the money they don't decay.
Look at that money. Look at that
Rotten,
money. Look at that money
rotten
maintaining.
cash, decayed, bags and tons of naira bills, and people are suffering. Somebody had this amount of cash piled up somewhere. Money don't decay, don't rot in finish. It's just terrible. These guys. Somebody in the comment section said Nigerian politicians are even worse than the devil. I couldn't agree more. I'm telling you, people are suffering. You have this amount of cash, and there's nothing you can do to help. It's terrible. It's really terrible. And Mr. John, we showcase all comments, provided it doesn't have, any sort of ugly names or insults. So we showcase all comments. But I'm going to listen to what you said about answering that question in 10 seconds, because I also want to know. So that's why I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to answer. Please answer us in 10 seconds, please.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And out of all the things that I said, I think the fact that some people latched on to the fact that I personally don't identify as Nigerian, I think it's sad. We've been spending how many of our hours here on a day-to-day basis lamenting about the corruption and the travesties and the killings and the lack of institutions and the lack of opportunities. And for someone to latch on to the fact that I say I don't identify myself as a Nigerian, it's almost as if there's a Stockholm syndrome in some people. At the end of the day, what you should be championing is, why are you so proud to call yourself a Nigerian? Is it because you're number 2 in terrorism in the world? Is it because Buhari is your president and your petroleum minister and oil is still being stolen till today? You just have to.
John, that was not the question. They said if you don't see yourself as a Nigerian, so welcome here to say these things to people.
Oh,
Because
okay, I see. Okay, I see.
to be honest with you, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of discouraging.
No, I'm not
You know,
trying to discourage you.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no. I'm just telling you how it portrays to people. It's kind of discouraging when people come here every time fighting for something they believe in, and you just come and just dash the hope. Say, oh,
what
okay,
did I dash?
but I don't see myself as a Nigerian. No, that sort of a thing. You're
The
always
wrong
doing
thing
that.
to-
So the question is, if you don't see yourself as a Nigerian, what exactly are you doing? That's the question. So you can answer that in 10
But
seconds.
I came here and talked about the need for good citizenship. I came here and talked about the need for an active participation in your society. That I
Okay.
don't understand. I don't. So let me. I mean, if I don't
You
see
said you
myself,
wanted to answer that particular
I mean,
question.
yes.
That's
I
why
mean,
I thought of you to answer.
it's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy how someone could be focusing on the fact someone said they don't see themselves as a Nigerian. Was there a referendum that made you a Nigerian? As far
All
as
right, no problem. Mr. John, it's obvious you're not going to answer that question. Thank you very much.
I'm here
You're
to
spending too
engage
much
in
time on that.
conversation. I
You're
don't
spending too much
understand.
time. You're spending too much time on it,
No,
and
but
you're not.
what's the basis of the question? Are you saying that if you're are
Well,
you
you
saying
said you wanted to answer it. I did not talk to you. You private chatted us, and you
yes
said you wanted to answer that question.
I'm
And
addressing
I'm giving you the opportunity to answer, and you're just going round and round. Just answer the question. Oh, I'm doing this because of X, Y, Z. Oh, I'm coming here because of X, Y, Z. Even though I don't see myself as a Nigerian, this is the reason why I'm doing this. That's just simple.
I think it's obvious. I have vested interest in what happens to people that are my people. Millions of them were millions
All
of
right,
them
so that's a better
millions of them were killed. If they have an opportunity to say that they are Nigerian or they're not Nigerian, we can talk about it. But how can you just pinpoint the fact that I said
that's a better answer because you have people that you care for.
Yes,
So
we're forced to have a Nigerian passport now. We're forced to be under
that is a
Buhari.
better answer.
Yes, now we're forced to be Nigerians at this point. So we have a vested
Okay, that is a better answer. You're here because you care. You have people you care for, probably living in Nigeria. So that is fine. Thank you very much, Mr. John. We're going to go straight to.
Kashi, please, I will advise you to stop disturbing yourself over this kind of argument. Some people merely exist, they don't live. People have investment in a country they don't believe in. So don't bother your head over this kind of discussion.
All right,
Some
Mr.
people
Kel.
exist, they don't live.
All right,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Kel. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I believe Mr. John has never eaten his stand from day one, so which is totally fine. He asked to answer that question, and that was the reason why I gave the opportunity for that question to be answered. Thank you all so much. Please like and share this broadcast. God bless you all. In the we're going to go straight to the last panelist for today before we move straight to the next segment and give our final remarks, and that will be Mr. Chimaobi. Mr. Chimaobi, good evening to you. Please talk to us. Thank you.
Mr. Chimaobi, if you can make it brief, that would be nice, so we can move on to the next segment. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. I will. Thank you so much. You see, this is the problem we have in Nigeria. Like the last speaker that claimed maybe he's not in Nigeria. These are the problem we have. You are coming here to sanitize Nigerians, and you are not identifying yourself as a Nigerians. That is the same problem we have with Tinubu today. You want to rule us, yet you are running from us. So that's not the main issue. Kachi, what I want to say here is this. That National Assemblyman that came to advise Nigeria that they should not see Buhari as the problem, he is lying. My fellow Nigerians should know this. Buhari administration has done ever the worst in Nigeria. Because I will take you back. Buhari first 4 years. Go back and watch Senator Shehu Sani 2 years in very first 4 years. This man saw the injustice. This man saw the wickedness going on. He started calling for Buhari to resign. He started calling for Buhari government as incompetent government. The same thing with Senator Engineer Abaribe and so many of them that was saying about Ibrahim Mago, that was saying about Inspector General, that was saying about Brutai, all of them. They caution Buhari that these people you put in these offices are the ones destroying Nigeria. But what did Buhari did? Buhari did not even listen to them. Buhari did not do anything. And Buhari kept the same people until they looted our country. And this man is coming now to tell Nigeria to forgive Buhari so that Buhari will end on good note. Buhari is not ending on any good note because Buhari destroyed the country. Thank you. That man is a liar. That man is not trustworthy. Everything he told Nigeria in that Arise television is all fake. It's all fake and lies. So Buhari knows what he's doing. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chimobi. I believe a lot of other people here share the same sentiments as you. That being said, well, that's all the comments from the panelists we're going to be taking on this particular issue before we move straight to the next one. Guys, endeavor to like and share our broadcast. Thank you all so much and God bless you. Mr. Ninja, watch please.
All right. Thank you very much, Kashi. Thank you very much, every one of you right there. We appreciate you all. Before that, Tinubu, Bode George have questioned Tinubu again, and it came out yesterday saying that Tinubu is not from Lagos. I'd like us to listen to this before we move on to the main videos.
Who is this character? And you've tried to respond to it in various ways. But Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he becomes president of Nigeria, it will be said that he's your kinsman from the same Isaleko with you. I don't know whether it's Olowo Gbowo or Campus Square. You people are from the same place. No, let me finish, sir. So it will be said that he's your representative in Nassau Villa. So tell us, who is this character? That's one. Two, you've been quoted in the paper saying, oh, I'll be glad I go to the grave, not, changing my mind and all of that. Do you see the possibility of reconciliation in the PDP between the integrity group, of which you are a member, and Atiku Abubakar and others?
Yeah. Let me start from the first question you asked me. First of all, I am an irredentist Lagosian, born, bred, schooled, groomed, and have no regrets whatsoever. Now, I know for real that Bola is not a Lagosian. You can quote me from here till the end of the world. I had been to his village. I have been to the school he attended. And there is somebody who is still a member of our party who was his junior in that school. They confirmed it. If he says he grew up in Isaleko, okay, fine. Which school did you attend? You had a community school. I grew up on Evans Street. That is Evans between Smith Street and Odunfa Street in Lagos. 35 Evans Street was my grandfather's house. That's the family house. I went to the community school.
All right. We need to stop that video right there. It's good to carry everybody along to know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, till now, nobody's actually sure where he's from. Bode George have attacked him so many times, and both of them live there in Lagos. So I think if Bola Ahmed Tinubu disputed anything that Bode George is saying, I think by now he's supposed to have responded back, But the truth of the matter is, no matter the information that you give out of these people, the country looks like a country, that no one is governed, because nobody take anything serious in Nigeria. This man have been crying for so long that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, doesn't have a certificate, doesn't have this, is that, is this, but no, the government are not taking it serious, and it's sad. It's very, very sad. But I'd like us to move on now. Let's quickly listen to Wike, on what they have to say about Atiku and in general.
Today, people are saying, oh, I don't regret. I run for presidency in the name of God. I'm happy. I'm happy to make River State. I'm happy. So I didn't go to an election to be this. Anybody who wants to say it can go and say it. I'm happy. As far as I'm concerned, if they had allowed it to be what it's supposed to be, I would want the election. But it's okay. It has happened. It has all I say, okay. Happened. Let us leave it the way we agreed. How things should be done. So when them people come and say all kinds of things, I was hearing they say, oh, because I lost election. It doesn't matter. I didn't lose election. This is my first time I plan to run for president of Nigeria. And we made impact. If they like it or not, if it's easy, let them go ahead now. I don't know the ones that begging. I'm not going to beg anybody. So we should be proud of ourselves. We should be proud that we come from Rivers State. I want to sincerely thank you and our members who have come today to wish me and my family for adding one more year in our life. Like you said, sometime last year, sadly today, if I remember vividly, we led members of our team to this place, and you gave me a letter which all of you who are leaders then signed that I should run for president. Yeah, it was there. OCJ was there, Umeha was there, Osnabra was there, Abie was there, Limeba was there. Name them. Just like what was here. All of them were here. We will come to Kogi State and send the Kogi State youth to stakeholders. We are here to pull you out of poverty. This is what we are doing. We will not be doing it from Abuja. Today, you hear so many youth programs in TV. You don't see any of them. We are not going to tell that type of story. We will come to you because we believe in you. We are not fake people. Both of us have a past. When we say we are going to fight corruption, we are going to fight corruption. We have not stolen government money. Go and check and go and verify. I left $150 million. I left about 30 billion naira. The state is not far from here. If you need, go to the banks, Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, Diamond Bank. In each of them, I left $50 million, 10 billion naira. Go on.
All right, we're going to stop that video there. That is all the videos we have for you today. So I would like everybody to contribute to this so we can round up. Remember, we'll have a football today in the next 1 hour, because we only have 1 hour to take these 2 videos so that we all can fix. Although I'm going to come out again, if only we vote and people say we should come out again after the football, they will come out again. I'm going to put that as a poll. Should we come out again after the poll, after the football, that will come out? Okay, let's talk on this. If Kashi is right there. Kashi, we're done.
Yes, so I did hear with you now. Well done. Thank you guys so much for doing this. In fact, 3 goals are for all of Una too much for always coming out here to do this with us. May the Almighty continuously bless us all, and may our efforts not be in vain, because that one is very important. There's no way we can be coming out here every day and at the end of the day we'll not go win. So we have to do this and deliver the candidacy of Peter Obi. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you all. And let me just quickly comment on the Peter Obi's rally in Kogi State. See, at this point, like I said from the beginning, I don't have so much to say. Peter Obi has been consistent in his speech, the way he talks, the way he delivers. Every single thing he has been very consistent. And I've stated it before. We are doing this not because we know Peter Obi personally, not because he has gifted us any kind of gift or cash or whatever it is. We are doing this because his track record is speaking for him. So most times when Mr. Naija will talk about footprints, this is what it means by footprint. When you leave a good footprint, you don't even have to stress yourself. People, when you touch their lives positively, will come out and speak on your behalf. And that is what is happening for Mr. Peter Obi right now. He has done so much. He has a very good track record. That is why everybody carrying matter for head like gala. That is exactly what is happening right now So please, guys, Peter Obi has been consistent. He has been steady with what he has been preaching for a very long time, which is to move Nigeria from consumption to production. And I do not think that's a bad idea to move the country right now from consumption to production. It's going to help in every aspect. Now, let's take away ethnicity, let's take away religion, let's take away the fact that it's Igbo or whatever. Look, listen to the message that he's preaching. Now, bad message, not be bad message. This is the only candidate that has been coming out to talk to Nigerians, and he has said one thing: hold me accountable if I do not deliver. I beg, which other political party presidential candidates don't come out come talk say make una hold them responsible? So when we're making our comments or we're debating on some issues, we have to get our facts straight. This man has said hold me responsible. No proxies has been coming out to speak for me. I am the one speaking to you, Nigerians. So hold me responsible. So Peter will be all the way, my guys. If you never go collect your PVC, I beg make you go collect your PVC. I know it can be frustrating. I know they are doing everything possible to frustrate our efforts, but power doesn't come easy, power doesn't come cheap. These guys are willing to hold on to power until their last breath, and that's the reason why we have to do everything within our powers to make sure that we try as much as we can to get our PVC, continuously canvass people, sensitize people, do anything within your power, make a conscious effort, to get more people to our side. As you can see, a lot of people are coming, and just like the video Mr. Niger was we showcased yesterday, that Mr. Ogbede guy that literally came out to tell us that he's in PDP, yet they are forming a group for Peter Obi in PDP. Like, I never heard that before. It's fascinating. It's amazing listening to things like that. So, guys, these people are not blind. They know the truth, but they just decide to turn a blind eye. That's the reason why we're coming out here, encouraging one another, spreading the word, spreading the news, so more people can know about the candidacy of Peter Obi himself. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you. Don't forget, Mr. Peter Obi, go verify. God bless you all. Let's go straight to Orlando. Orlando, I'd like to hear what you think about this one. Thank you very much.
There's nothing that we've not said that has not been said about Peter Obi's speech. Like, it will really be following him from the very first time he started speaking to crowd, from the very first time he started talking about his plans when he becomes president. It has never changed. Do you understand? It has never changed. And one thing I really like about Peter Obi whenever he speaks is he always asks you to go and verify. The man, they see, if APC can employ David Hundeyi to track down Peter Obi's bad attitude, they will do it. But the good thing is they don't even need to employ David Hundeyi to do it. David Hundeyi has did it, and he said, Omo, there's we don't see any bad thing. I'm not trying to tell you that Peter Obi is a saint. He's not. Definitely he might have done, one or two things growing up as a man, but I'm talking about when it comes to the political scene, when it comes to politicking, when it comes to being a leader of a country. He hasn't soiled his hands in any way that we can put it out there and say, oh, you're responsible for this. During your tenure, you killed this person, or during your tenure, you gulped so amount of money. Or he always, when he says something, he always asks you to go and verify. He's not saying it as per just for saying sake. APC, PDP, all other parties, they've gone to verify. And that is why Peter Obi said, I beg your pardon, that is why Tinubu said, it's not statistics that we will eat. He knows his statistics are correct. And that's the only thing you can use against him. Or is it the one that came out yesterday and said he has not seen him where he's going to church? Please, I don't know if anybody sees me where I'm going to church, or do we see where, the likes of other governors are going to church? They can't find anything now or hold anything tangible against the man. So yeah, I'm totally just impressed whenever he opens his mouth to speak. I think we should just tag him, go and verify president of Nigeria. Thank you so much, Kashi.
All right, thank you so much, Orlando. Like, you literally said it all, and I also want to quickly appreciate Mr. Peter Okonkwo, thank you so much, sir. He says, I see the super chat. The thing just put smile immediately for my face. Now, God, now God bless you. As soon as they put smile for our faces, now so God will they put smile for our face. Thank you so much. God bless you for the super chat, for supporting us and encouraging us. I don't think Mr. Ninja Watch talks about this a lot, but now me, I carry the matter for it. The truth is, a lot of financial responsibilities goes into this. To be honest, I just cannot, over stress it. A lot of financial responsibilities goes into the broadcast, making it a
Of
reality.
course, I'm very, very grateful having the people that are
Yes,
supporting us all the time here financially.
exactly.
We are very, very grateful.
Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. We appreciate every one of you. On that note, we're going to start talking to the panelists, and we're going to be starting first from the first panelist here. Make I check before some people go accuse me and say, "Oh, Kachi, I came here first. Why you never call me?" So make I shine my eye well to be sure say I don't call the wrong person first. But it be like say people will come first, all of them don't go. So I'm going to
No,
start from
just start with the way
Mr.
it is
Kel.
on the, Mr. Kel. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Kel, please. Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Carroll is not available, so we're going to go straight to Mr. John. Mr. John, please talk to us.
Okay, thank you very much. In terms of Tinubu and where he's from, I don't really know if I have any sort of authority to say that, but I think he can easily maybe get if he has a birth certificate or many people back then didn't have birth certificates. Even many of our parents, how old are they or when were they born? So I don't know if that's really the thing that they should be pressing him on, or somebody should be pressing him on, or they should be talking about. They should really be trying to press him on his policies and what he's going to, be doing for this country, and critiquing his character. I think maybe a better use of their time with Tinubu, just because I think it's kind of silly to be talking about where he's born or if he's a native of Lagos or anything like that. I don't know if there's something concrete that somebody can say, oh, this is Tinubu's placenta. This is when he was born. This is where he was buried. I don't know if they do that in your land. I don't know. So I think that's kind of a wasted topic. With Wike, Wike has been very successful at turning a positive light on himself. So I guess if people want to view Wike positively, he's been very successful at kind of hedging his bets. So I think that's good for him. That's good for Wike. Despite personally, I think he's done a lot of harm, more harm than good. But it seems that he's somehow turned the spotlight on himself for the positive. So that's good. And then Obi in Kogi states, well, what will I say here that won't get backlash? Obi Kerenke. That's what I'll be saying. Obi said that he's gonna come do security. Anunamo. So he said that he's going to prevent Nigeria from collapsing, so we could all be called Nigerians. Ayanugo. He said he's gonna pull people out of poverty and reduce inflation. Anya Kamji. And then he said, he's assuring that he's assuring that his government will do it. All right, so let's see how he does it, or if he gets elected. So there's nothing I can say that I won't have backlash, and I'm not against him. So let's.
Mr. John, Oburo backlash. I'm going far. Oburo backlash. This one is not about backlash. If you have anything negative, say it and back it up.
Why would I say
And
something?
that's the reason why we're here. When no talk or let them know Oburo backlash. So it doesn't look as if right here we're just attacking you for no reason. If you have anything against this man, say it and back it up with facts. That is all.
I don't have anything against him. But if I begin to, if I begin to critique all of the things he just said now, it's as if I'm fighting Peter Obi. So
we've given room for every time that you can critique constructively. Right? We've always said that. So the way you're coming out here saying, Nuko, and I don't want to have backlash, because don't talk like that. If you have, something against what he has said that you want to criticize, go ahead and do that and back it up with facts. People are watching us.
There's nothing I'm gonna say against Peter Obi. If Tinubu comes out now, or if Atiku comes out now, or if even Kwakwanto or all of the other ones that are running, if they say they're going to pull everybody out of poverty, or and reduce inflation and solve security and prevent Nigeria from collapsing. Okay, we've heard now. So what do you want me to say? That's what they've said. The only difference is that on this platform, if I say no, I don't think it's possible. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Then I'll be enemy of the state now. So let me just Michano. Let me just see. Let's see now.
Nah, this Mr. John, yeah. Oh, Chim, please, Mr. John. It's obvious Mr. John do not have anything against Mr. Peter Obi.
Now you define John trouble now. Now you define John trouble.
I don't find John trouble. I don't find John trouble. I don't find Mr. John trouble. I no go. So it seems as if there's something against this guy that he wants to talk, but because of the backlash, he's refusing to say it. Please, guys, I always put this out here. We have people watching us. To be honest, a lot of people watch us to learn. I myself also learn from the panelists. So if you have something that you think we should know and you have facts about it, come out and say it. Don't be scared about anybody lashing back at you or something. But right now,
what I'll say.
I don't have anything to say.
What I'll say.
Anything to say against Peter Obi. That's the reason
what
why
I'll say. What I will say is that Naija Watch, you have an amazing platform. Those in the comment section who have something to say, they should also lend their voice. They should try to get on the panelists. People should support Naija Watch. They should try to get on the panelists. Not that they're in the comment section saying one thing or another. If you have something to say, whether you're supporting Peter Obi or you're not supporting Peter Obi,
this one is not directed to Oburo people on the comment section. Oh, you were talking about something, and that's the reason why I asked you if you have anything to go. So it's okay since you don't have anything to say. Thank you very much, Mr. John. Please keep coming to the show. We love you. We like to hear from you. Thank you. Let's move to the next panelist. Yes, and that will be Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, please talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me back. Thank you also to Mr. Naija Watch. I think, Mr. John, one thing I want you to know, when it comes to criticizing, I think Peter Obi and his team, Labour Party and the Obedient Movement, we are ready to take whatever you are criticizing. So first, what you are saying, you have facts about it. Nobody's going to kill you or nobody's going to argue with you. Or when it comes to Obedient Movement, we are open to debate. We're open to argue. Anything you want to bring in, people are open to it. I think when it comes to Obedient Movement, I see us as a more Republican than any other politicians or any other political party. We are ready to listen to you. Whatever you want to say, anything you want to say about Peter Obi, you are free to say. Even Peter Obi himself, I will tell people, you have chance if you want to criticize me, say anything. People,
that's right.
Even Rufai in Arise News have tell people that when it comes to this election, the most person that he has interviewed, has scrutinized is Peter Obi, more than any other candidate. So Peter Obi is, if you want to say anything, so far as you have facts, you have anything, bring it up. People are willing to challenge you. People are willing to debate on it. So that is when it comes to Obi movement. So we are not like other party or other supporters that maybe when you say something, we ask them to come out and debate themselves or defend themselves. They can't even defend themselves or even bring the issue that concerns Nigeria. So if you have anything that you want to talk about Peter Obi, the floor is open. Nobody's going to maybe stop you of saying it. If you know that this area, Peter, because we learn by criticizing. So when you criticize us, if you find out that what you are saying true, we can put it in practice, we can put it in work. Okay, moving forward, how can we improve ourselves in this area? We are going to improve ourselves in that area. So we can only learn when people talk something, maybe we feel like, okay, we are not doing well. We listen to you and we learn from it and move on. But if you're talking about if you criticize people will be against, no, it's just that people are trying to make obedient people as if they are the victim, they are the people that are causing problems. They are the people who are causing problems, not obedient movement people. Is when they say something, if somebody counter it, it becomes a problem because, like, look at what Denominator said today. He was praying, say, APC, Labour Party. People, imagine when somebody says something like that. If obedient people counter it, you know, say they are violent. How? Because they counter words on certain things people say. So the floor is open. Anything you want to say about Peter Obi, he said it. And one thing about Peter Obi movement and what Peter Obi campaign stand for, Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed, these are two people. It's very hard. You have two people, the same character, the same idea. Dati Ahmed is not corrupt. People have tried as much as they can. If they find out that that man is corrupt, they could have used it to tackle Peter Obi. Now, Peter Obi asks you go and verify. Dati Ahmed will tell you go and verify. Tell me any candidate that can come out and say the same thing. No candidate can say that. But these are two people that they brag about it. They tell you, say, go and verify. Do you know how many people have do everything to make sure that they brought this P2B movement down? A lot of people have spent a lot of info trying to figure out any information. But at the end of the day, look at the other day, Femi come out on television. He reading lies on Arise TV. He reading lies. So at the end of the day, when they keep telling all these lies, thank you, Nigeria now have phone. People have internet. People can go and check by themselves. So those are the things that are making people more popular. When people criticize him, we listen, we amend on it and move on. We don't maybe fall on you or begin to come against you. No. Unless when you say something wrong, then people will come against you and people will counter it. You don't expect people to keep quiet when you say something wrong. They have to counter it. So that's what happened to Soludo. People counter Soludo because he said something wrong. They counter him. So don't know that people are angry about what Soludo said. If Soludo have facts, brought your facts, people will listen to. But when you don't have facts, people will counter it. And when it comes to Wike, I think Wike is doing what he's supposed to do because one, he's a man that is fighting for his own right. So in any way that he knows that he's going to win, he's going to do everything possible to bring those people down. I think what Wike is doing and his own camp, that suits Atiku because I think Atiku did the same thing to Yaradua. So Wike is returning the same thing to him. And there's no way Atiku is winning this election. Any rightful person it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. It's not going to happen. So what Wike and his camp is doing is cool. So I don't have problem with that. About Tinubu and like Mr. John, I will agree with you based on that Tinubu issue. I don't care where Tinubu comes from. All Nigeria is asking Tinubu, we want you to come out and tell us what you are going to do for Nigeria. These are people who ask you questions. That is what Nigeria are more focused about. They are not focusing about if Tinubu is a Yoruba or not a Yoruba. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. John. I, for one, am also not focused on that. I prefer to put my energy in the candidacy of Peter Obi, so I cannot be bothered about the other political candidates, presidential candidates. I'm focusing my time right now on the candidacy of Peter Obi. Thank you very much, Mr. Collins, for an amazing submission right there. We're going to go straight to the next one. And I want to say thank you to Mr. Peter for the super chat. God bless you. And let's move straight to Mr. Chimobi. Mr. Chimobi, please talk to us.
Thank you, Kachi. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
for this opportunity. Yes, me personally, I care to know who Tinubu is. And I care to know where Tinubu came from, because my father is a 72-year-old man. I know where he came from. I know where he was born. I know the school he attended to. I know everything about him. He's not a president. He's not contesting for anything. But here we are, a man who wants to govern us, over 200 million people living in Nigeria, that has oil, that has so many natural resources. You want to be the head. The button will stop at your desk. I care to know, because Tinubu identity is questioned. The reason why I would say it is questioned, the transcript from Chicago State University said Tinubu was born 1954. The visa Tinubu has was say 1952. That's number one. Number two, Tinubu, Festus Kayamu, told us that Tinubu make his money through forest. Tinubu spokesman Aleke told us that Tinubu made his money through networking. Tinubu told us in Chartered House that he make his money from inherited real estate. Kayamu told us that the time Tinubu went to school, Tinubu did not go to classroom. He schooled at home. And how come somebody who did not went to school now inherited estate? And that is what makes him a billionaire, more than any African countries. So, if you don't want to care about that, me personally, I care. This is a man who his identity has been questioned, linked to drug trafficking. We don't want a drug man to be our president. If you don't know the implication, the Western world will let you know when he is in the power. So that is why he's being questioned. That is why I want to know. This is a man whom Tinubu yesterday, Baja Jamila, the speaker, and some other bodyguard were the one lifting Tinubu to climb the stage for campaign. They were lifting him up, holding him, lifting him up, because this man cannot climb anywhere. And if you don't care about that, I care. And I believe Nigeria care. That is why they're attacking Arrive Television. That is why they're attacking Rufai. So Tinubu is today, for me, disqualified. He's not worthy to be Nigerian president. For P2B, he has said it. He has said it all. Go out there. His information is there. You can obtain it. You can print it out. You can save it for yourself. It's not hidden. Tinubu, how did you make your money? He started attacking everybody. And you want to rule us the way you govern Lagos. This is a man who is telling Nigeria that this election is do or die. Go there, grab it, snatch it, run with it. If anybody comes to you, kill him. And you say, we don't need to be questioning him. No, Nigeria is bigger than that. We are bigger than that. Going to Wike, whatever Wike do today, I support Wike. Whatever decision that man is taking, I'm strongly behind him, because you cannot bite a finger that fed you. The same thing they did to Jonathan that put us where we are today. You want to come back and you want us to forgive you after causing the Nigerians for Buhari to come in and kill our people, rape our mothers, our sisters, make the whole nation ungovernable, and you want us to support you. No, Wike is right, and I pray to God to keep these G5 governors. Let them not deviate until 2023 comes and pass. That is my stand. Thank you, Mr. Najawad. Let us vote for Labour Party. That is the only choice we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chimobi, for your amazing submission right there, as always. God bless you all. Murphy Ray, welcome to today's broadcast. Mr. Fred Ryan, thank you for joining. And really thank you for joining.
And Murphy Ray, the screen is currently filled up. So even though we post the link out, you can't join because the screen is filled up.
It's already filled up.
But we are probably going to be back again by 9 p.m. So you can join us at that time after the football. So we'll be out again by 9 p.m. Although we have a poll right there. I'm going to bring the result here. I'm going to work according to the poll. As you know, we are working for the people. So whatever the people say on the poll is what we are going to align with. So I'll bring the final result of the poll here before we round up. All right, let's move on to the next person, which I guess is
I'm ready.
Adi, right?
Yes.
Cash, am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Mr. Chibuzo.
Okay, Chibuzo.
Yeah,
Adi,
okay. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, good day, Mr. Nijawa. Good day, everybody listening, the panelists. Yeah, I just want to put a little bit on Tinubu issue, because and his supporters. Don't let everybody not forget that we are all Nigerians, though we believe in a different vision that we see. You know, no questioning from certain character. At least he says he's a Nigerian. We need to understand all his background, because since Nigeria doesn't have all those kind of electronic monitoring or identity, we don't have documents. So at least there will be a monument about him. If I may believe, there must be a monument, meaning that somebody must know somebody that knows somebody. I don't know, but at least you need to bring yourself as a true Nigerian, you know, not because of you take advantage of the weakness of the country, maybe for a very mismanagement for a very long time, then you just, rise to power, trying to, play with the intelligence of the people. So we need to understand where you come from. It's a very good question for him to answer, and at the same time, let him come out and tell Nigerians exactly what he's gonna do. When you invite him, he run away, and he keep on dodging questions, and that is not the kind of leadership I believe smart Nigerians need. Both those people in the APC, those people in the PDP, they can be able to see that this Nigerian, these people are driving it to, it's not the Nigerian that this current Nigerian people they need. Something is wrong. And that is why you are seeing massive decamping. That is why you are seeing a lot of confusion happening in side by side, and the evidence is there. You can see there's a lot of change in this political field play, because now it became an open goal. If you can manage to get the ball and score, that is it. That is what the race is all about. And the current champions, they are now losing power, because there is something they call a new beginning, and people have been seeing all this new beginning. Don't forget that 2000 and when Obasanjo succeeded office as a PDP president, he succeeded. When he succeeded, I think he finished. Then Jonathan came in. When Jonathan came in, the party invented Boko Haram. And during that time, they are the one that invented it. Whatever reason, me and you, as we're speaking here, we don't know. They are the one that invented them, bring them into the spotlight of Nigeria, and those people start acting a little bit, because maybe the finance from the whoever's behind it is not enough. Then when Buhari succeed office, then Buhari assemble it now. Boko Haram bandit and the rest of them, all kind of irregularities in Nigeria, all those things surface. So all the same is all about Buhari. The leadership of Buhari have disintegrate Nigerians. All Nigerians are running away because of the kind of leadership this government are given. So for Tinubu, go and grab it and run away. This is a very bad signal to Nigerians, because this is a kind of criminal gangs who want to try to hijack this country. And these people, if you allow them, they will hijack the country for good. Because if we cannot shy away from the truth. You can see the headline already there, because they are coming, So we need to be very careful in this election. Smart Nigerians, whether you belong to APC, whether you belong to PDP, you must be a smart man enough to know what is good for you, So I don't know that if you are going there for your own interest, that means you are killing the economy of the country. So let me round up. What I'm trying to tell smart Nigerians should be very careful this time around, regardless of the party. Look at somebody who can give you the result that you need to survive. Because this time around, these people are not telling us the related issue. What they are talking is all about violence, and which is not good for this country today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chibuzo, for your amazing submission as always. Mr. Kell, are you available now, please? Okay, I guess Mr. Kell is still not available, and we're going to go straight to Nolly77. Nolly77, please talk to us.
Kachi, don't carry me, go back.
Mr. Chooks, after Nolly's, you're up next. No vex. Nolly's, please talk to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Nolly's, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, Nadia Watch.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, Kachi. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
I never come into this panel. This is my first day actually, and there's something that makes me to come in. One of them is I just want to tell Kachi that many a times, when Mr. John talk, we always want him out, out, out. But listen, leave Mr. John. I know that he's one of our, he's obedient. Why I say that he's obedient is that he knew quite well. He knew very, very well that this channel is dedicated to P2B, and they keep on coming. So every time they come, he want to oppose everything we say. But we need people like that because P2B himself said it. That if he become a president, he can't employ people who will always tell him, answer him, sir, 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 all the time. If you say something and then somebody say yes 3 times, they don't oppose him, he will sack the person. That's what our principal say. So coming to this, Tinubu identity, like what Bode George is saying. Me, I don't really care about Tinubu identity because if the Westerners, if they have left him all this while since 1993, now the guy had been a governor in Lagos State for 8 good years, had become a senator. All those time he was, in fact, he's the APC national leader. All this while nobody cares about his identity. Nobody cares. Until he become a candidate of the APC, that Nigeria now want him to tell us where he come from. This is what they're supposed to have done from the beginning. Once you enter as a candidate, they have to check your background, check you, scrutinize you, and know where you come from. But this time around now, it's late. And that's why when Nigeria is saying that Tinubu should be disqualified based on the fact that he doesn't have identity, that's, to me, I don't see it as anything. He don't have to be. They don't have to disqualify him. Let him run. But on that particular day, on the 25th of February, let everybody go to the poll and tell them, okay, the reason why I'm not voting Tinubu, is because I don't want to know. I don't know where he come from. But for us to be saying that he will resign, no, let him just be there. And another thing I want to say is that, see, no matter how bad somebody is, he must have a followers. He must have followers. Adolf Hitler, till today, as I'm talking to you, still have followers. He's a very bad man. The whole world knows, but he still have followers today in Europe. Actually, in Sweden is the present government of Sweden today is being handled by there's a party they call Swedish Democrat. This Swedish Democrat is a Nazi party. Like they are Nazis, but they are among the people ruling in Sweden now. Likewise, in France, the lady that contested with Macron recently was a Nazi. The father was a member, the highest man in the Nazi in France, and she identified herself to be in that organization, and they allow him to be running, and he has followers. In fact, he came second. He came second on their last election. She came second. So what I'm trying to say is that what Bode George is saying to us, it doesn't come. We don't care. Then come to about our candidate, our principal, Peter. Today he went to Lokoja. There's something I said. One way or the other, it's not about only talking about this election. If we talk without action, with no action, cannot lead this man to become a president. He can never. It's action that makes him president. You see, today they were talking about there's no much people because of the way the logistic was. They didn't give them venue. This one happened, the other one happened. Because of that, people didn't. There's no much turnout. But some of us, or some people, try and make sure that today 3 people come from Abuja. They went they are from Kogi State. I call them on phone. I tell them, you are from Kogi State and there's a rally going on in your place. Why can't you go? Just Lokoja and Abuja. It's just, the guy say that I would have gone, but I don't have any transport. I say, go, I will give you transport. Then he buy petrol and they went there. They support Peter. So if we are supporting him, we don't only support him on panel. Some people will be talking and they even implicate him, making other people to get out of the like, for instance, some people were talking when they are giving their own remark. Their remark makes some people to leave the panels, which is not supposed to be, because that's why I keep on telling people, if you are supporting people, try to listen to the man and hear what he's saying. It's by hearing what he's saying that he will convert other people. That is my own submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Knowledge. Well said. Thank you very much for your amazing submission right there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, on that note, I'm going to be asking Mr. Kel again one more time. Mr. Kel, I hope you're available right now.
Yes, so Kashi, I'm more than available now.
All right, please talk to us.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, Tinubu's identity. Number one is that Tinubu is not a Lagosian. He is not a Lagosian, just as Bode George said. I was in Lagos 1992 during the time of Franco Kori and others. And again, in Lagos, anybody can claim Lagos. If Tinubu says he's a Lagosian, you see how Bode George said the street he grew up, the school he attended in Isaleko, let Tinubu tell us one. So he's not. And everything about Tinubu is suspicious. That's one thing about lies. When you are lying, when you lie, you'll be inconsistent. Tinubu does not even know how old he is. He doesn't know his date of birth, because in Chatham House he said the same different thing. His visa said different thing. His spokesman said different things. So are we going to elect a president that we as Nigerians will be doubting whether he is a Nigerian or not? So that is it for him. Concerning our principal in Kogi State yesterday, many things happened. Number one was that the governor frustrated the arrangements. That is number one. Number two is that Kogi State is purely a civil servant state, especially that place called Lokoja. Most people are civil servants, and it's an APC government. Even though most of them may be supporting P2B, Labour Party, they will not come out for campaign. Why? Because of the kind of person that governor is. That is number two. Number three is that campaign and the rally, the crowd you see there does not represent really the number of votes you get in that place. For instance, people, if Obi, as he is now, go to a place like Onisha on a business day and hold rally, you'll be surprised that many people will not come out. Why? Because they will go to their business places. But that will not stop them on the election day to go and vote for him. So those things we see in the crowd we see in the rally and the party activities does not really reflect in totality what the voter or voting number will be. Though it shows that yes, he's highly accepted, the people love him, people want him. But let's not use that figure we see in the rally to measure his popularity in that place. Most people, I've seen a Senate, somebody contesting for Senate in APC in that Kogi State that is secretly obedient. That is one. That is it. Then coming to Wike.
Please try to round up, sir.
Oh, okay. So I'm rounding off with Wike. Wike is only playing the script written. His job is simply to make sure Atiku loses election. Peter Obi does not really need Wike to win River State. It doesn't need Wike. It doesn't need the governor of Abia State to win Abia State. It does not need the governor of Enugu State to win Enugu State. It doesn't really need governor of Benue State to win Benue State. It's only Oyo. So this whole thing is Wike is playing the script because in Igbo land they say, "One garden one down that but you hope go on." You don't allow things to happen to you two times. It happened to Odeli, they denied him. It happened to Shibike, they denied him. It happened to Goodluck Jonathan, they denied him. Now it's happening to Wike. Wike want to put the record straight. God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kel, of course, for your amazing submission. We're going to go straight to Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me back. I'm gonna disagree with those who says Tinubu's identity doesn't matter. Why do we have constitution which says you must be born a Nigerian before you become the president? You know, we have so many porous borders. Tinubu could have crossed from anywhere and get into Nigeria at a tender age with his parents, you know, and all of a sudden he started becoming a Nigerian. Buhari today is after he been a president. Most of us know his route. So that is exactly what we're talking about. You cannot, if he has gone to primary and secondary school, he has friends and everything, nobody will be questioning him because that is how Nigeria is. I'm not saying it's the best because, for example, in UK here, they might burn you, bring you to England, right? And you start your school here, you've done everything here. The day you're gonna come up for any position, they will remind you that even though your parents came here illegally, there's no time they declare you because how their system works. Even if you are born here illegal, even if you cross sea and come here illegal, hence you are of school age, you will be going to school and nobody will question you. So that does not qualify you to become Prime Minister of UK because by the time you come up for any position, they will remind you that you are not from here because their record is straight. If our record is straight, we will not be talking about Tinubu today because we will know if he's a Nigerian or not. And again, I'm going to add up with this. I say, as long as state of origin is consigned in Nigeria, let nobody come and tell us that we have no right to know which state Tinubu comes from. Because if there are some certain things that is my right in Nigeria to get, if I go to Lagos State, they will tell me to go to my state of origin. That is a fact. So if all these things are in place, we cannot just say, hey, we don't care. We should care. We should care because that is what our constitution says. Because if you done that to me, that I am not from this state, that I have to go down to my own state. For example, now, for women, if you get married and you want to contest for governor or for senate, you have to go to your state of origin. So if we are punishing people with that, I think Tinubu deserves the same cup of tea. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chooks, for that submission right there. And I totally do understand the angle you're coming from. Let's move straight to Mr. T and to Mr. Alex. Please, guys, let's keep it short, simple, and straightforward as we love to end the show pretty soon. Thank you. Mr. T, please talk to us.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone listening from wherever you're joining from, the comment section, the panelists, Ninja Watch, Mr. Elvis, Kachi, Orlando, everyone in the panelists, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are.
Thank you,
About the
Mr. T.
identity issue, one thing is people always want to look for things that will favor them. If it is for others, it matters. But if it's for them, it doesn't matter. For other people, it does matter to know where they came from or where they come from. But for some certain people, it doesn't matter. So for Tinubu now, it doesn't matter to know where he comes from, because, I mean, he was the former governor of Lagos State. He transformed Lagos to what Lagos is now. And then he brought Buhari to power. And then most of the people following after Tinubu, he also made them like the president of the House, Speaker Gbajabiamila Fashola, Keyamo, Dele Alake. Think about the current governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. Most of these guys, they believe that he was one that made them. But one thing is that they forget that man cannot make man, or man cannot make you. It just only coincide. Maybe just, let's say, the fact that God allows it. I mean, man can help man, but even though sometimes those things may get to a certain level where it just stops. So now, why will it not matter to check where Tinubu came from? So all of a sudden, because he is now running for president, now then his route does not matter. Then how then do you know if you're actually electing the right person into power or not? Now, Buhari, nobody, I mean, before now, nobody ever thought that Buhari came from Niger. His root was from Niger. Until now, you begin to know because of some things happening, and then he became the president, and now they can trace his root back to Niger. And so look at the last 6-7 years in Nigeria, what the country has gone through, all because you have somebody that is not from your roots in power. Nigeria is suffering, and then this guy can take money to go and help a neighboring country when your country is dying. And so for the people that are clamoring that it doesn't matter to know where Tinubu came from, if you check what they are really saying, they're saying all that to say that we just need this guy to get there so that we can also achieve our own ambition. That's what most of them are doing. And so those clamoring, I mean, before now, Dele Alake used to work as a journalist. Dele Alake is the one of those that actually fought for independent journalism. But today is the one that is trying to silence independent journalism because his master is the one running for power. So you see how people can easily change and then just turn things around. But either way, regardless, whatever is good for the goals is good for the gander. So Tinubu's antecedent or his root needs to be known. We need to carry out a good check on him to see where it came from, so that we'll know if this person we're actually putting in power is from Nigeria or is from Chad, Benin Republic, or Ivory Coast. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. T, for that amazing submission of yours. Guys, we're going to be back again by 9 p.m. So please join us by 9 p.m. again today. All right, Mr. Alex, please talk to us. Let's round up the show. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Kachi. I've been waiting patiently.
Give Alex 30 seconds. Alex, 30 seconds, I beg.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Naja. No problem. Even if I'm the one to share the grace, no problem.
So, Alex, don't worry. We're going to be back here by 9 p.m. after the match.
Yeah, I already voted. I saw the votes. I voted for.
Okay,
yes. Okay. First of all, I want to start with Governor Wike. I can never, ever be ungrateful to a governor who chose to stand out. I don't care about the antecedent or about the reasons or motives behind his display. So long as delivering the dividends of democracy to Rivers State, is securing his state from the Fulani killer herdsmen, is accounting for monies given to him to a large extent. A governor that has taken,
he has taken charge of his own state. For what he's doing with Atiku, what he's doing with PDP, for me, if you are honest, my dear brothers and sisters, like I said before here, how can a Tinubu, how can a Buhari who's a Fulani herdsman, who's a Fulani tribal man, rather, he's leaving office, and Atiku is warming up. If it is another tribe, it will be a treason. So Wike is fighting for justice. Wike is fighting for equity. Wike is fighting for, fairness. So Wike, for me, is doing a lot. And he's not just talking. He's not shooting guns. He's doing it with projects. He's doing it with protests, indirect speeches. The guy is not fighting anyone. So we in the Obi Dati movement should be very grateful. We are only thanking God for answering our prayers. When God is using your enemies to fight against themselves for your good, don't make noise about it. Don't feel too good. Don't come here and tell me we don't need Wike to win River State. Who told you that? We need all hands on deck. You can't make enemies. If Wike want to frustrate the Labour Party in River State, he can do it. He's still a sitting governor, even by February. So don't make too much noise. The guy is helping us. Autumn is doing the same thing. And every governor that means well for Mr. Peter Obi, do not ever condemn Wike. You may have your problem against him. He may be a dictator. He may be corrupt. He's part of those who is destroying the country. But as for now, who can you compare to Wike? Or can we exchange? Come and carry the Fulani governor we have in Edo State and give me Wike. I will gladly accept him as Edo State governor. I speak as an Edo son with the realities on ground. The killings in the whole states. Farmers are not in. We don't have farming activities going on here. The roads are bad in Edo State. The monies are being stolen on a daily basis. Broad daylight, biro and paper robbery by a government who begged us for our votes. So whether Wike is doing it for politics, we should be grateful to him and to God. We don't need to applaud them, but we need to thank them. Finally, it's very important. Let me round up in 30 seconds. It's very important we know the root of a president. Nobody should tell us, or a presidential aspirant, nobody should tell us we shouldn't ask about Tinubu's roots. It's very, very important. You can see in every country, people will play the video cassette of a president or a would-be president from the day he was born to how he went to school, how he started working. So our country will never be different. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex. Thanks to everyone who has contributed today. Guys, do not forget to join us by 9 p.m. because we'll be back. Thank you, guys. God bless every one of you for your love and support. God bless you guys. Endeavor to like and share our broadcast. And most importantly, do not forget to continuously support us by using the super thanks and the super chats to the right on the comment section. God bless you all. My name is Kachi. Do well to join us by 9 p.m. tomorrow, 10 a.m. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for a wonderful time we spent together this evening. Yes, unfortunately that we are already rushing, although we still meet up with the time. This is our usual time within 3 hours or 3 hours 30 minutes. So but we're going to be back again here by 9 p.m. So endeavor to join us. The link is right there. So according to the people who voted, we have about 80 something people who voted. So I have to put it on the screen right now. So it shows that we are certainly going to be back later on. I told you guys before, according to what we have, we work for the people, and that's what we're doing here. So that is it there. That's the vote. We have 87 votes. 87% say yes, make we come out by 9 p.m. Why 13% say no? That people will decide that 30%, I believe you sleep. Now you want to go sleep. You like sleep where? Anybody that is inside that part, that I believe say, in fact, what I go should say this side now, make a look. People with this, I want your guess. People, Pansat is inside that 13%. Mr. Pansat is inside that 30%. Cash, help me choose people that are inside that 30%. Aosa Francis is inside that 30%.
Brother Nice is inside.
Brother Nice, that one 100% is there. Now sleep. Okay. All right, Rita Adams is inside. No, Rita Adams is on 87%. Now she fair talking. Willie, I don't know where you go there. Okay, more put inside that 13%.
Mr. John E, they inside the 13%.
No, John E, they joined us late too. John E, they joined us late today. I go believe say John E, they 87%. So, my people, I appreciate every one of you. Please endeavor to share this broadcast, like the broadcast. I can see more. There are more votes now. A lot of people are voting now. It's not even 13% anymore. Okay, let me bring this last one here for the next 1 minute so we can round up. No one make people come to say we did bias. Let me just bring this in quickly. Okay. I can see more people voting now. I make una calm down. We don't talk and see on vote. You know, are you guys trying to beat the 87% or trying to reduce the 13%? What are you trying to do? Okay, let's check. Let's see what they are trying to do. We get 87 votes before. Now we have 90. We now have 93 votes. 88% say yes, we must come out by 9 p.m. Why 12% can't say no? And because we mention some people name just not catching, I made the wrong comment for inside that 12. All right. No wala. I agree to my people. Now God bless you. Now thank you very much for your time with us. We're gonna be back here again. I appreciate you all. Thank you. And God bless you. Now please endeavor to share. For those of you that are gonna be playing back this video later on, we have a super thanks right there. Click on the super thanks to appreciate our work here. Why, whenever we are live, super chat is what people do for us, but super thanks is for you that's going to play back the video later on. Take care, my people. Join us by 9 p.m. I hope, fingers crossed, say Morocco win this one. Cash, you don't know football. Orlando don't know
No,
football.
Mr. Naija, shouldn't that the same Morocco way talk say they no be Africans. They say they be Arabians. If true,
Okay, my quick ask now. You two they talk. You don't they talk like John E now. Cash, who you want make him win? Who you want me win? Who you want me
win?
win?
Talk now. If true say na Morocco talk, make France kukuma just win because the get one boy where they eye for that France this team. So if true say na Morocco talk, make France just kukuma just win.
Mbappe, the
no,
fastest.
now one boy Giroud, one tall Giroud guy like that. I watched the last match. I said, Jesus. Hey.
Okay, Orlando, who you say me win?
I would want France to win.
Hi, see wahala.
It don't finish.
All right,
we will win actually. No, the truth is that France will win. That's the truth. Okay. If Morocco, see, we agree. See, this World Cup is the most unpredictable World Cup ever in history. And it's good that Morocco made it as the first African country.
I'm sure some of the pride want key Morocco, so they ever even win and they don't.
That's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying. They are just proud of themselves that they are the first African countries
to make it to
semi-final. No, deep down inside of me, I want Morocco to win, but since this World Cup started, it's been tearing of ticket and heartbreaks up and down. So let me just stay with France.
All right, they don't start. The match does start. Thank you very much, my people. Talk to you guys later. Bye for now.